Hello, folks. Welcome to a Ravnica Swiss draft for the pre-release, and we open a turd rare. But Hellhole Flare is a great card. I think it's worth going into Rakdos for. I have another idea of a defender deck which I would like to try out, but this guy is absolutely amazing. If he gets in once, he's done 8 damage all by his lonesome, which is pretty good value. Rogue's Passage, undervalued card in my opinion. There's a lot of stalled board states, and this makes that clock, which has won me games. But here I think I just take Flare. I could take Guild Gates to stay open and push that defender theme. There's some green cards, like I think it's Gate Vine or something. Right here, Gate Creeper Vine. Where you can get Guild Gates, and then there's a 3-drop in green, like an Axebane, where he produces any color mana of any combination equal to the number of defenders you have. So it ramps you, does all sorts of good stuff. Some good cards here. Void Wielder, worth a splash in any deck. Arrest, probably the best removal in the format. We could take Assassin Strike to stay on somewhat color, although less good than Arrest. Although red, black, white isn't an easily done archetype. Question is, how committed do we want to be to our Rakdos? Being Rakdos, we can go into green pretty easily, we can go into blue pretty easily. Or we can just take the Assassin Strike. I think it's fine. It's not my favorite removal spell, but it'll do the job. I'd rather have a something explosive. There's a 6-mana instant that deals 5. Sewer Shambler's pretty good. It's an aggressive card. Cheap Scavenge is pretty hard to come by. Another option is Frostburn Weird. A very good card, a mana sink. You can get some good beats in with it. And having a lower curve is better for us. Jailbreaker is a very, very strong card. Gates aren't the hardest thing to come by, and he does a good job beating. I've had low drops are pretty, when in doubt, take a low drop. I'm not sure if I want the Shambler or the Weird here, and I think I want the Weird. We're probably just going to be swinging for 1 on turn 3 most of the time, but if we pick up enough removal, we can sink mana into it. Here's the card I'm thinking of, Explosive Impact. But I'm going to take a Guild Gate here, I think. 2 6-drop removal spells they might get back. And I think I want to put a premium on Guild Gates. Could go for a splash of Golgari, but we'll just take Rakdos for now. Fixing is good. Not the most exciting. Swindler isn't something I'm looking for. I think I'll just take a Key Rune. Maybe hit that blue splash. Start pushing towards a Grixis build. Key Rune's a fine card. It's not the best one, but if we pick up some sweeper effects. Ooh, Cackler. I tend to side these out quite a bit, just because they're so horrid late game. So I think I'm going to take this Jailbreaker instead. We already have a Guild Gate, and 4 mana for 4/4 beater is pretty damn good. I think Cackler could be a Civic Signal, but I think Jailbreaker is just going to be a better card. The format isn't ultra fast. Ooh, Shambler, that's pretty good. Catch my eye. I like Courier. There's a red aura for 1 where you can give it flying. Hi-oh. Ooh, good question, Ryan. Most valuable Unk? Whenever someone says most valuable thing, anything, I immediately think of Abrupt Decay. Lizard's not the most exciting, but people do need mana sinks. But I think I'll just take Is It Charm here. We're headed towards a Grixis build, and Charm is just such a versatile card, and it's great. So we'll snatch that up. I'm very happy about this card. I'm very happy about this card now. I think the deck is shaping up somewhat well. Most valuable uncommon. I actually want to have this conversation. Dollar amount? Nothing's coming to mind. I like Dagger Dome Imp when I have Scavenge, which we do. I like Cancel, but it looks like blue's going to be more of a splash color, so I'll take the Imp here. It's good with our Shambler. 3/3 Fly and Lifelink is pretty good. This card's terrible on its own, but with the right synergies, it can bring you back, stabilize, put you ahead. Pretty good card. Alrighty. I actually like this Racketeer. Card cycling's pretty dang good. This was actually decent and limited against Selesnya. Common Bond shouldn't be here. This card might be one of the best tricks. But it's outside our range, so we'll just take the Racketeer. Two good cards table for us. I think I'm going to take the Scavenge. I like Jailbreaker a whole lot, but we only have one Guild Gate at the moment, and I would like to make this Dagger Dome Imp a lot better. Do I want another one? Swift Justice shouldn't be here either. This trick is so great. It does 3 things for 1 mana. But we're going to take another Flying Lifelinker. And we'll just hate this 3-drop. Shambler is great. Cheap Scavenge. Hard to come by. Only in the black cards. Family Cackler. Vandal Blast, I suppose. Not gonna play that. So, a couple more Guild Gates. Annihilating Fire, too, and I feel decent about this deck. Wouldn't mind getting a Cackler. Or 2 or 3 or 4. Alrighty, what a pack. Throkill Assassin is an amazing 2-drop. If you guys remember how good Cyst Bear was in Phyrexia, this is the same card for 2, basically. At least that's how I liken it. But this card's worth money, and it's also decent in our deck. It's a nice 1-drop. Key Rune would be great. Weird, Annihilating Fire. Rustsprout is okay. These are all cards I'd like to see again. Hopefully, although unlikely, we'll get one of these guys to table. But having Weird or Rustabout as consolation prize would be just fine as well. If I was playing just for the best card in our deck, I'd probably take Annihilating Fire or the Assassin, but this card's fine. Also, read that it's any graveyard, which I made the mistake of not noticing the first time. Another Is It Charm. A Void Wielder. Decoy is a pretty damn good card. So is Lobber Crew, really. Which I'm tempted to take here. We don't have many multicolored cards, but Lobber Crew, he does more damage than anyone expects. But is that better than Is It Charm? Is It Charm did get around the first pack, although it could have just been a weak pack, or a strong pack. This one's a little weak. Grasp is decent. Our creature count is reasonably high at the moment. I think I'd rather just take the spell. I wouldn't mind getting a Void Wheeler as well, but I'm just going to take Is It Charm. It's everything you want in a card. Another Guildgate. Here's my Axebane Guardian I was speaking of. I'd love to build a deck based around this guy. You can cast all these expensive cards no one wants to do. Like 8 mana, get 2 4/4 Trampling Rhinos. But we're just going to take the Guildgate. Helps our Jailbreaker, helps us fix. There's nothing really strong here that we're passing up. Imp is horseshit. Mizium Skin's actually a pretty good card. But Guildgate it is. Prime time to pick up a Guildgate in a weak pack like that. And even if it wasn't on color, I'd probably have taken it there. Call of the Conclave was in that pack, which is any Selesnya player's dream. If you're populating, the sooner you can get a token of any kind, the better. Well, this is actually kind of difficult. The Ragmud is a decent card, but I think I want the Guildgate over it. It's very good. I like it a lot. But I want this Guildgate, and I want this Jailbreaker to table. That's my dream for this pack. Or the Weird, or the Injunction. And to a lesser extent, the Skywatch. All these common bonds are depressing me, because they're really good. But we're going to take Guildgate. We want our mana to be good. And I want to cast these blue cards. We're not really going for creatures here anymore. And I think I'm going to continue that trend by taking the Launch Party. Rustbout is a fine card. And it's really good if we have some auras to throw on it. But as far as hard removal, I guess we have kills 2 low drops, kills their bombs. I do like Launch Party a whole lot. And we do have our turdy creatures to throw with it. And I think I can probably pick up some more Rustabouts later. I'm going to take the Launch Party and consider us good on removal. And now I'm just looking for Jailbreakers and low drops, I think. And the deck should be fine. Well, can't argue with a Guild Mage. Not my favorite Guild Mage, but I'm not going to complain. If it wasn't here, I'd probably take the Shred Freak, and actually like Essence Backlash as a one-of in a lot of my decks. And even Bell's Lizard isn't terrible. But Guild Mage is an awesome card to pick up late. If I opened any pack with a Guild Mage, I'd probably just push that strategy. Especially Vitu-Ghazi Guild Mage. He can control a board all on his lonesome. Ooh. Thought Flare is a card I like a lot. And we still have a chance at a Weird later. And here's the Pursuit of Flight I was talking about. The Secrets Trader and the Crosstown Courier. Pretty good with this card. And this card would also be good on our Grim Rustabout if we had picking it up. Pretty unstoppable. But we're going to take Thought Flare. I always like to have a little bit of draw in my deck. Chainwalker is very good. Demon Glee is Unholy Strength on crack. This card's actually not that great. I'm going to take the Chainwalker. Getting a 2-drop down is what I like to do. It's so many Jailbreakers. And it's so good with... We have 3 gates already, but I want a low drop. Should not table. Should not table. Good early, great late, both on offense and defense. This card is great. One of the better unleashed creatures. I did a sealed event in I think every guild except Golgari. But I thought I undervalued Unleash. It's very aggressive, and if you get that 1, 2, 3 drop all Unleash creatures, it's hard to contend with. We're just gonna hate this decoy. So Songbirds is annoying, but it's not incredibly good against us. But as far as ooh, I think I'll take a Mizium skin. This Croc can be annoying, but it's nice to have a little trick. What was I saying? Something about Unleash? Oh, Jailbreaker. Nice. That makes my day. He's gonna bring the beats home for us. This card isn't terrible. Foil first, I'll take it. After 2 packs, I'm pretty satisfied. Probably cut a Dagger Dome Imp at this point. Mazium Skin, probably not gonna be main deck. Maybe even pick up a Cackler or two. Guild Feud, unplayable. Dead Reveler's pretty damn good. 3/4 for 3 is nice. I don't think we need another Key Rune. If it was a Rakdos Key Rune, I'd probably snap it up. Oh, Annihilate Fire. That's pretty easy. Yeah. And if it wasn't here, it'd probably Shred Freak and Dead Reveler. And with our decent 2-drops, I'd probably go Dead Reveler, but Power Convergence isn't good here. We don't have... It's not what we're doing. It's just not the deck we're building. Centaur's Herald is a card you want to pick up at Fierce Selesnya. On turn 3, you can chump block. Unplayable. On turn 3, you can chump block, make a Centaur, and then start populating like crazy. Cackler's not the best card, but yeah, it's decent. Soul Summon Spear's okay. Actually, I think I can't pass up this Augur Spree. It's hard to find better removal. This kills nearly everything in the format. And Cackler is complete shit late game. So let's take this Augur Spree. And a Guild Mage. If it wasn't here, I'd jump all over this Explosive Impact. This card has won me so many games. Especially in Rakdos, you can get him pretty low pretty quickly and then putter out, but this guy, he seals it up for you. But Guild Mage does a similar effect and does even more. And you want as many mana sinks as you can sink your mana into. Could just take a Slitherhead, which is not exciting. Drainpipe Vermin is okay. I actually like how this card functions a lot more than Ravenous Rats. You can chump block it when you need to, although if they're playing around that, it can actually stop attacks altogether. One of the best flyers in the set. But we're going to take Slitherhead. Another Scavenge. Helps out our imps. And it gives us a 1-drop, which we're in need of. And I think I like this a little more than the Drainpipe Vermin. Scavenge is nearly always going to be decent. Could take a Bell's Lizard, another Jailbreaker. This card, being a sorcery, is pretty ass. I don't like it. I'm leaning towards Jailbreaker, just because he's such a beast. And Bell's Lizard, I can't justify taking that over Jailbreaker. If Jailbreak wasn't here, I probably would. Maybe I'd take this Artifact Hate. But as it's not, we'll take Jailbreaker. Ooh, Staticaster. That catches my eye right off the bat. kills birds all day. One of Essence Backlash is decent, but this is a very good pinger. So we'll grab that. I actually like Follow the Gavel. Pretty solid. Goblin Rally, pretty damn good with a Dynamo Charge. But maybe we just want the 5-drop. This isn't my favorite Unleashed creatures. That's for sure. What do we have to go with a bunch of goblins? Not a whole lot. These 4/4s are better than... I think I'm just going to take the Rally. Probably not going to play it. And I'm not too scared of lands. Spell. Rootbound Defense is a good card. Someone's not going Populate, apparently. Which is sad, because these are two of the best tricks you can find. I guess I'll just take the Spirited Skywatch. Our curve probably isn't going to reach this point. You can see how our deck's going to be. As aggressive we can get. What? Tabled. A Shred Freak. That's nice. And yet more common bounds. Clearly, Selesnya is not being drafted. Because both these cards, like if you're going a trick heavy build, this is probably the best card you find. If you're going Populate, this guy's a staple. So we'll take Shred Freak, says we're going balls out aggression. Not my favorite card, but he does what he does. Ooh, it tabled. No. It is a bear. I'm just going to hate out this Rootborn Defenses. Dispel's a fine trick, but I don't think we need to counter any removal spells. Hope I don't eat my words. Still don't want to kill land. I'll just hate out their 2-drop. Shouldn't be in the back. And we got a lizard. That's pretty sweet. I think this deck is reasonable. This format is, or can be, a little slow. So, having a ton of 2-drops might get us there. I would wish we had that explosive impact, a 1-of or so. But 5/4 haste, he's decent. More like to play that over the Rally at this point. Museum Skin, better than Dispel, does basically the same effect, stops the removal. Yeah, we have a nice batch of 2 and 3s. This looks like a difficult build. I'll see you for deck building. See where we end up. Enter the deck building. Shaman, Slitherhead. I've actually not been playing this key rune. If we have enough fixing, I probably won't. It's still a body to put on the floor. Pardon the drowning pool reference. But we have a whole bunch of playables. Alright, 27 at the moment. These Daggeclaw imps look unexciting. 19 creatures. Man, oh man. So I don't think we'll need the Tenement Crasher. Jailbreaker does a fine job on his own. plenty of fixing for Rakdos. This key rune just isn't exciting me. We don't have... It's just not going to do a whole lot. If we were ramping into more 5 drops, I'd play it, but since we're such an aggressive deck, it's just going to slow us down. So we can cut 1 imp. And having a high creature count's pretty good since we're playing launch party. Plenty of draw and cycling. Good removal package. I do want to go 17 lands. 3 colored. I think you almost have to. What do I think about Slitherhead? It's never going to be absolutely terrible. I like all our 2s. I'd cut this imp, but we have 3 scavengers. Racketeer, maybe? Card cycling is fine. But he's a 2-drop beater for 3. And we have enough card cycling as it is. Maybe we just cut him. "16 creatures. Fair amount. This can go down here. Two guild mages. That's more cycling. More combat effects. Pingers. Yeah, this looks like a good build to me. All our blue is in splash colors. So let's toss these mojos in here. No. Yes. 554. So it's more like 775. Even distribution. Yeah, we kind of want to hit everything at all times. If we're gonna go shy away from anything, it would be our blue. But our 2-drops, it's just the guild mages that require hard colors. I think we'll be pretty okay hitting our black and red on turn 3. Annihilating Fire is going to be rare that we're going to want to use it on turn 3 rather. Yeah, let's just do a somewhat even distribution. Yeah, I guess we can try this out. So, Grixis for my first draft event. Looks fine. I'll see you for round 1.